Scroll with me down this wild mentality where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, see, bulls and bears and fantasy, every post's a prophecy. It's nothing made to beat. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy where a charting crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23. Trust the vibe, ignore the spreadsheet. If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Scroll with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Scroll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt and harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
GM or G Scroll to all who celebrate. We've got Monty in the chat already sitting, building roofs. If you know, you know. The roof is built. The roof is built. You know, Emotep, the great architect, has come through and has completed this roof, and we love to see it. But G Scroll, everybody, it is Monday. It is, dude, imagine if it was Monday, but it's Friday. It's Friday, May 15th. My name is Dude Lips. This is Scroll With Me. This is where you and I, you and we, in the royal sense, however you want to think about it, we scroll Twitter timeline. We scroll Twitter timeline together, and we try to understand what's going on. You know what I mean? We try to get to the bottom of what the vibes are. You know, that is the objective every day, but it is a persistent objective. It's like we do it daily. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a daily pursuit. We restart our day every day, but be like Monty, get in the chat, say what's up, say G Scroll, make friends in the comments. You know the rules. I don't make them. But without further ado, before I scroll, I've been trying to do this more. I'm trying to Babe Ruth it, trying to calling the vibe. Do I think Clarity Act passes into the full Senate? You know, I don't know. I'm seeing things on chain, seeing things in the timeline. I've been saying it, so this isn't new. I've been saying that the world is aligning around crypto. We have more institutional adoption of crypto than ever before. Why are we bearish? And it feels like that's finally converging. So congratulations to all who celebrate. Let's look here. Euphoria here says, what I saw last night when I closed my eyes after 14 hours of straight tap trading. Yes. Do I need to try the Euphoria experience on mainnet? I tried it on Mega ETH, and it was early days, but I mean, super fun concept. Super fun. Whoa. GM, it's a give me my Zen space kind of day. Have the best Friday. This is sick. It feels like, see, you got a little artistic tag because I'm like, this has some artistic flavor added to it. And I love that because for some people, Doodles AI is the end of the road, and that's all good. You know what I mean? You're like, you make a generation like this is it. But for people who are maybe a little more creative, a little more artistic, it is a tool. It is the beginning. Creative people, we can't help ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And then you get shit like this, and it looks amazing. So great work. Great work. What do we got here from the Chimpers? Introducing the Chimp Cognito card, an open edition collectible available exclusively MetaMask wallet users powered by the Miracle. Dude, sick. Yeah, the Miracle has been awesome to work with. We got a little Danilo down here, great guy. They power the rewards tab in MetaMask, which is pretty cool. Like that wasn't a thing until very recently. So you can get stuff like this. I think there's a Pudgy SBT. You can go there for new signups for Doodles AI. You get 100 credits for free, just by having MetaMask wallet. Come on, bro. Let's see here. MoonPay just made it easy to charter a private jet using crypto. Top. Sorry, I know I said the vibes were up, but top. Dude, why is that Diplo? That was Diplo. Even though not really, but it was. But that's kind of sick. Jet Set Global, so you can just use crypto. That's kind of sick. Dude, lean in. MoonPay is just actually MoonPay stays leaning in just pretty persistently. So that's the vibe. All right, this is terrifying. I just received a physical scam letter at my home address in Italy. Dude, bro, dude, these scams, these wrench attacks, I can't handle it. As a matter of fact, I can't handle it so much. I'm just going to refresh the timeline. But shout out to MP9X because he's always cooking. Yeah, we just got to refresh the timeline. Oh my, bro, I retweet the timeline, and I've got 2 quote tweets of the same thing. I mean, Euphoria is pretty great, so I don't blame them. And okay, what in the timeline is going on here? It's the same 2 tweets, but just quote tweets of the same tweets. That's not how this is supposed to work. I need to drink a coffee. I need to reset myself. I need to restart my own day. Oh my God. Never in the history of mankind has there been such a diabolical sip of coffee. I'm okay. Wow. Thank you for coming on that journey with me. Yeah. I'm okay. Dude, it was fucked up. It was like there's a little piece of ice. See, I'm like, there's a little piece of ice, and it was like creating some suction, but I was like, I'm gonna power through that. And then for some reason, when the finality of the sip occurred, it was like a fucking tomahawk missile in the back of my throat. I don't wish that upon my worst enemies. So yeah. And Van Gogh says G scroll. So thanks. We're just bringing it back. We're level setting. We're gonna act like that never happened. Okay, but I'm refreshing the timeline. I love Chimpers. I love Euphoria. But if I see another quote tweet, I might crash out. And I already just crashed out over choking on some coffee, but I'm gonna doubly crash out. Oh. Wait, no. No. Lashmi. No. What kind of NFTs are? Oh, bruh. Sent to Zeet. Wait, is this copy pasta? Is this a joke? Hopefully it's not a joke. Like, is this just like his normal on-chain interaction? Hopefully not. Monty says, are we scrolling the for you or following timeline? Always for you. That is always what we scroll because the timeline provides. This is, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. We scroll the for you page because the timeline provides. And that's it. And that's as simple as it is. When we're talking about movies, can we talk about the iconic Titanic? I mean, this is a great reinterpretation of Titanic. Yeah, incredible tech. Honestly, I'm a little biased. There's a Chippers card again. Gonna crash out. Okay, but the Chippers Dojo Club, cool. All right, Stat says, why do so many real accounts on this platform have the parody account label? Yeah, that was like a thing a while ago that like people felt like they would get less banned, I think, if they put parody account and they could just kind of like say whatever they want. So I don't know. But I don't know. Oh, we got Adam Ilnich here from OpenSea, copping the math castles. That's old school. That's great. We got Travis in the chat saying, dude lifts. Travis, right back at you. G scroll to you, good sir. Yeah, the math castles, dude. Bring back this shit. I actually have been pretty excited. I've seen some of the stuff that like Tima and some of those other people are posting about. I think he specifically posts about like projects that are doing interesting stuff on chain. And I'm like, thank God, finally. Yeah, we have this like code, like the art, the resource, the data structure is code, and we're not like taking advantage of interesting things that people could do on chain, like math castles, like on chain art. And so like yeah, things like slonks. There's other things that are just like doing stuff fully on chain. It's like thank gosh that finally someone's taking advantage of the medium. Is maybe more what I'm getting at. Take advantage of the medium. It's the same reason why I think NBA Top Shots, maybe a little bit in the Panini, but hey. So Kuya says G scroll. G scroll to you. Good sir. And good sir. Collectibles on Solana. All right, we got a Yeet post here. At $20, I got lucky in social media growth and went from making $5K a month. Oh, at 20 years old, not $20. I'm just so used to seeing like, oh, I had $20 and now I have 200,000. All right. At 20, I got lucky in social media growth and went from making 5K a month to 60K a month overnight and lost most of it immediately. Okay, cool. At least I know you lost it. Great. Oh, this is Finn. Dude, that face PFP really fucked me up here. Really fucked me up. But dude, looks like Finn's working with Yeet, or at least sponsored. So grats. Grats, bro. When I ask Codex to center a div. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Oh, a little masterpiece. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Whoa. I love the texture on this video. They did a really good job. Like, dude, this is sick. This is what the world's water is going to. More of this, please. Yeah, this is actually pretty solid. Oh, with the igloo. Dude, it's the little deets. You know what I'm saying? It's the little deets that make it. Ponky says the timeline providing my king. Dude, we've discussed this. So the timeline always provides. We can never doubt the timeline. The timeline always provides, but it was I personally felt that it wasn't providing initially because I refreshed the timeline and it gave me 2 quote tweets of the same initial 2 tweets I saw when I fired up the stream. So we had a disagreement is basically what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, the timeline always provides, and so I can't disagree with it. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is sick. Yeah, whoever this person is, keep cooking. Because this is fun. Good storytelling. All right. Yeah. You have no idea what just happened. Shout out to Charbel. We have too many face PFPs. I'm just saying. Maybe I need to clean up my timeline. Maybe the timeline isn't providing, if we're being honest. You had no idea what just happened. Elon Musk just open sourced the X algorithm again. Here's everything you need to know. For you is now basically a Grok powered recommender. Yeah, I believe it. Dude, maybe that's why maybe I have a bone to pick with Grok, if I'm being honest. All right, Moose says, I recently closed a deal with PackDraw. Instead of taking money from them, I send every physical product I win to my house. What? Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is absurd. I feel like Moose is built for this. Moose is built for this. That's great. Let's keep going here. All right, I'm thinking this will be Disney's way of bringing the theme parks to us in the future, hopefully in the distant future. We're slowly evolving to visiting parks at the comfort of your own home for a fraction of the price. Right? Oh yeah, this is the 360 treadmill they were working on. the Disney parks are such a moneymaker for Disney. I don't think they'll ever want you to stop going to the parks, or at least aspiring to go to the parks. Maybe that's the key word. Aspiring to go to the parks. Maybe they'll give like a glimpse of the experience, a taste of the experience, more like because I think they are realizing that they're, more or less kind of real estate constrained as far as the theme parks go. That's why they're working their way into themed neighborhoods. I think they have a neighborhood in Utah now, and they have a neighborhood in Florida as well, but like outside of their kind of traditional states. So I think you'll probably see lots of like mini Disney experiences. I think they tried that with camp to some degree. They're trying it all, bro. They're trying it all. And honestly, if okay, pause. One of the things, so if I'm Disney, one of the things, well, bro, my brain is just like there's like cascades of things that I'm realizing at the same time. So if I'm Disney, there was a bunch of YouTube videos of people going on rides, like POVs, and those I'm assuming got a lot of views. And so then Disney put those out themselves on Disney Plus. So that exists already. You can ride the rides via Disney Plus. If those do well, then it would only follow that Disney would want to create like a Gaussian splat 4D VR experience of that thing. They would just be catering to the demand that already exists. So it's less about Disney foisting these parks into our home and more just meeting demand that already exists. And that's economics, bro. I don't make the rules. So they're just providing a service, bro. Let's see here. So yeah, will you be able to ride Disney rides via? Whoa, no queue at all in Asia for the AP Swatch collab roll pop. No way. There's no way. Really? I feel like this was shot like a day before, and this is just rage bait, but maybe not. All right, Icula says, will there be a VR experience for those without lightning lane passes? Will there be a line VR experience? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, you can skip the line if you buy the virtual lightning lane. That is hilarious. That would be really funny if they built in some like weird false scarcity. Like there was actually still only like 12 seats on each ride and you had to literally wait in line. Just totally arbitrarily. Yeah. But what I have seen is that Disney is, I don't know if this is real. I got to confirm this. I saw an ad recently that Disney came out with some kind of like $10 million experience or something like that. I got to confirm it. Could be total, slop. But that you basically go on a world tour, do all these experiences because Disney not only has the Disney parks, but then there's like Disney experiences basically everywhere that you see in Soarin', the ride, and California Adventure and other places. They have like an experience. Like there's like castles, the Taj Mahal, all this stuff. Like you can go there and they do like, cruises and private charter planes and all that shit. But I did hear at some point recently that Disney was essentially trying to cater to their most wealthy clients. They're essentially adapting to the K-shaped economy, trying to squeeze as much revenue out of their ultra wealthy clients as possible. So who knows? Not totally related to the VR line experience, but hey. And we got Evolve saying, "What's up, dude? What's up, Evolved? What up? 225 special. If you know, you know." All right, let's keep going here. Is this what people mean by London maxing? I thought he was going to like steal a phone, but Ronan here. Indie developers, this is what you've been waiting for. Calamity, a real-time indie MMO with PvE, PvP, and player-driven economy is tapping into 5 million in raw. Dude, I actually have one of these NFTs. Shout out to Parallel AI Rev. He sent me a Calamity artifact. I better check on that, John. All right, here we. Oh, dude, it's Forrest Pump. What's up, Forrest Pump? Dude, I met this guy in Miami. Hilarious story. So essentially was not a crypto guy at all. And then he met the Bagwork guys, for those familiar. And they were like, bro, you got to stream on Pump Fun. He's like, what? And then he, I guess, just started walking. And my understanding is he walked from California to like Utah. And so they just started calling him Forrest Pump. Evolved here in the chat says, I thought of doing a scroll stream, but I've never done it. Worried what might come up. Dude, people have asked me this. Yeah, yeah, they're like, oh my gosh, do you ever like have any weird shit? I'm like, I don't think that we have ever, because it's a collective experience, we've ever seen any like gore, death, or like fights, maybe some like risque, but not really. Even that, it's like, man, and I keep my timeline really tight. So I typically do like the not interested in this post when I see anything like that. But this is only my account's only ever been like an NFT crypto Twitter account, maybe a little AI. So I just don't like see stuff. And I'm pretty conscious of like, even if you don't like something or bookmark something or whatever, they are essentially watching how long you look at something, kind of time on tweet or whatever. And so I really try to make an effort to like not spend any time, energy on anything that I don't want to see ever again, or anything that's like tangentially related. And so yeah, my For You page ends up being pretty much exactly what I want to see. So in the words of all the commenters on Instagram, I built this algorithm brick by brick. And now we get to enjoy it together. So congratulations. If you know, you know. Whoa. Dude, the Fugs is coming out with a card game. Crazy. Fun art, though. That's cool. That's awesome. Yo, what are these cards? Akio says, looks like you'll be getting a boost of Forest Pump tweets going forward. Yeah. That is sometimes what happens. I probably spend longer on Scroll With Me's with just like random tweets in the background than I do like normally scrolling. And so every once in a while, I'll hit one of those. And yes, I will 100% see more Forest Pumps tweets. 100%. We got to be careful. Swatch AP is dropping tomorrow. Okay, it's the 16th. Yeah. Already selling on StockX for 1,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sold my punk. I didn't disclose the incident at the time. Oh, damn. You got a fucking joint. That's crazy. Evolve said, yeah, I've tried my best to make my algorithm mainly NFTs, but lately getting movie and show clips. What's your favorite part of scrolling? Dude, my favorite part of scrolling, that's an interesting question. I mean, one, Scroll With Me is definitely peak scrolling. Let's be honest with ourselves here. But dude, I mean, it's just the vibe. It's just like tapping into the matrix. You know what I mean? Like you're just plugged in, you're tapped in, you're persistently monitoring all the situations. And that's just, I'll tell you, like, your boy's got a little touch of ADHD. And so it is pleasing to the mind. So yeah, that's the vibes. Love scrolling. And I saw a tweet and I meant to quote tweet this. I think it was Nikita Beer. It was like, what has being on Twitter done for you? And I'm like, dude, everything, bro. Legitimately. And a lot of people kind of echo that sentiment. They're like, yeah, I like, and I can say this personally. It's like friendships, like connections, network, my entire career, in real life events, traveling the globe, X, Y, Z, you name it. Yeah, and it's like I have like at a base an incredible life, great life, amazing. Have for many years. But being on Twitter, and like there's a little bit of back and forth of like, you have to be the person doing it. So it's not like Twitter foisted this life upon me, but being a participant in Twitter and not being just a spectator has absolutely changed my life for the better. So just tweet more, bros. But with that, it is 9 a.m. You know the vibes. You know the vibes. And shout out to Dimcat GM in the chat. G scroll to you. But it is Friday, so I won't be scrolling formally Saturday or Sunday, but I'll be around. Let's be real with each other. But until next time, I'll see you in the timeline. Bye.